we going to learn the typography. As we all know, typography is the art and the technique of arrange type to make the written language legible, readable, and appealing when displayed. And typography has some important terms we need to know. One is leading, it is line spacing, and the letter spacing is tracking, and the pure letter spacing is called kerning. And also we need to know the serif, sans serif, and slab serif. So I'm going to turn on the Illustrator. Going to go to File, New. Going to create a letter size document. So on here, I use my type tool. I'm just going to click on my artboard. Going just to type, we love apples. Very simple word. And from here, I'm going to just hold down Shift and drag this big. I'm going to just hold down the Alt and Option, copy several of them. So on Illustrator, Photoshop, and any designing tool, and even the Word document, you can change the font face. Right now, on the one on the top by default is a Married Pro, and this one give us the font type is the sans serif. The reason is sans serif doesn't have extra stroke on the beginning and end of the stroke, no extra elements on the beginning and end of the stroke. So if I select the one and I come to the character, I'm changing to another. For instance, the one I like is Heraldica, because he has a lot of big families. I'm changing to Heraldica bold, and this one is also sans serif. And then I'm going to use another one called Georgia. Look, this one has extra elements on the beginning and end of the stroke, and this one is a serif, and the one on top is a sans serif. And when we come down here, I'm going to use is a Mistral, that is scripting. Okay, there is another one is the slab serif. See if I can find a good example here. Slab serif has not this. This one kind of, but not very. Slab serif belongs to the serif family, but the stroke, the width and height for the horizontal and the vertical stroke are exactly the same. So let me see. No, this one is actually is a good example. This one is called a decorated type. So we just copy another one, kind of. Oh, I haven't found the slab serif on my font installed on disk. Oh, this one. Perfect. This one is a slab serif. It's a Rockwell extra bold. Okay. Slab serif, sans serif, serif, script, and decorated. And there is, if you want this to be one of them, I duplicate it, and this one will be, want to set up italic, is the word is going to be slanted. Okay. And another thing I'm going to do is, from here, I'm going to create another page. So I come to artboard, going to see a new artboard. So I'm using the hand tool to move this here. I'm going to duplicate the first one. I'm going to hit enter, and I will say he likes the orange better. Okay, here I want to introduce the other concept. We just talked about it. Is the space in between the baseline of the first sentence to the top line of the second sentence. I highlight this, I come to character. Here you can see is set leading. That is the part you can change the leading. I can change to, if I change to smaller, those two lines can be stuck together, or I can change to wider. It's up to you. Or you can also use this to do it. And that's the space in between the lines. It's called the leading. And I'm going to see if I can change the tracking. See, right now the tracking is a 0. I'm going to see, okay, 100 or even more. See what happened. All the in between the letter, in between the word, all the spacing get changed. And there is another one, we said is a kerning. That is the space in between the word. Look, if I put my cursor in between the W and E, and click here, set the kerning between the two characters. Right now is minus 33. You can do anything 100 or 200. That is space in between the two characters. All right. That's other set of concept we said today. And by default, like we said, all American and English article was written aligned left, pretty much all of them. So I'm going to just copy some text from internet. Copy some stuff from CNN. Some articles. Okay, this. See, I draw a text box here. Going to paste here. Going to put a cursor inside, Apple A. So I'm click the character. So this leading space is really big. I'm going to change to auto just for now, because I want to just see the the paragraph here, you can see this one is click the align the left. So I'm duplicate, hold Alt and Option, and click center, align center. And I'm going to make it smaller. Make it smaller so I can compare. And I'm going to align left. Okay, so if you click the paragraph, you can have more option here. This one is called justify with the last line align left. If you do that, it belongs to justify the family. But if you do that, we are going to have some problem because computer automatically adjusts the space. So some space are too big. So that's another thing we are going to do on the next week. We are going to use the kerning to adjust the space in the lines in the first lines to make it look smaller. Okay, but for now, I just want to introduce align left, align center, align right, and justify. Those are the terms we have to remember when people talk about design and typography. There is another practice I want you to do is click artboard, create a new artboard in Illustrator. And here I want you to do on the drive, week 6, we have a text practice .docx. That's a Word document, and download this. Just copy a part of this. This doesn't mean anything because I want you to be like not distracted with just reading, and use the T type tool to draw a vertical, looks like a vertical square here, vertical rectangle here, and Apple V paste here. I want you to, this probably is too short, so I get a little bit more. Don't use italic, use a regular. So don't use justify, just use this align left and click here and select the 2 top line and click here the character on Illustrator and set the leading to be really small. Really small, 6. So the 2 lines stuck together. Select the second line and goes to character. Set this to be 7 and goes to all the way 8 and it goes to all the way the last 2 lines. You're probably going to use 48 or something. I want you to create for this little paragraph thing, and then we are going to see what you will get. Okay, so pretty much what I want is something like that. All right. Okay, so we're going to practice all those 3 pages by using Illustrator.